Nice.
Yeah, dog.
There we go. Now I'm in here.
How was
Are
the
you in
album?
there?
How was the album? Did
Huh?
you listen to the whole thing already? Of course you did.
Dude, why wouldn't you?
I don't know. Some people just don't do that. Like, I don't listen to whole albums anymore. I can't, like, invest that much time into one artist for that long. I think they start to get salty to me. Now, if it's an old album I've known my whole life, yeah, put it on, walk away.
You know what it is, though?
But a new
feel
album,
like-
I can't let you, like, give me new art
Right.
for an hour and a half. Like, give me your hits, and then I'll find out about the rest of that shit later.
That's the thing. Like, I find I put myself in unique positions if I really love a band to where I'll make the time where I'm doing something
to spend that time with them,
listen
kind of.
to the entire album.
So like I got lucky when one of the newer albums came out. I was driving to Arizona and back, and then flew back. So I just listened to like 4 albums,
Yeah.
front to back, just to make sure that I absorbed everything. Because this happens a lot. Or we're recording, right?
Yeah.
We're in the zone.
Yeah, we're
Welcome.
always working. Hey,
Um,
everybody.
Where like a year or 2 after that album comes out, and then like I hear a song that's like last track on the album, and I'm like, fuck, this song slaps.
Yeah, but you missed. You're like, I do that. I give myself self-doubt. I was like, you could have heard that a year and a half ago, you lazy piece of shit.
Right, and that's what it is. It's FOMO at this
Yeah.
point. Like I have to at least give the album a once through. I get a 30-minute drive to work and a 20-minute
Yeah.
drive back. So it's 30 minutes if I'm lucky.
The last full album I would listen to in its entirety, front to back, was that one Kanye West album, whatever that Steelers album looking crappy, cheap crap he usually puts out. Where it had no cover, it was just the disc and a red
Jesus,
label on it.
I think?
Yeah, I think it was Jesus.
Yeah.
I listened to that in the gym
The last
because
Kanye
it's just
West
crazy. Like, it's a crazy person yelling at me
Yeah.
in the gym. It's like having Kanye right behind you,
Yeah.
just miking the fuck out of that moment, and like, but that'll get you through the gym until like you get the bound two, and you're like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
What was the last album you listened to all the way through?
Yeah.
Mondo by Electric Guest actually is the last one I listened. But I listen to that one all the time.
Right.
Because it's a classic California style band that can just play 12 tracks and they don't bother you in either direction.
Nice.
Mm.
Can't remember.
Couldn't even tell, right?
Really?
No?
Yeah. Couldn't even tell you.
I think
It's the same thing. Yeah. Like I don't sit around and be like, well, you know, I have 2 hours to do this, because then I find myself like working on something and
Yeah,
listening
and-
to it. And then I get too invested in what I'm working in for 5 minutes. I'm like, I missed a whole song and a half. Like, let me fucking rewind it, play
Well,
it back. Now I'm.
that's what because I can't just
It seems
sit
like I
and
can't
listen to
do
music.
both.
I can't sit down and listen to music. Like I can't.
Yeah, you need to function.
I
while
mean,
you're
I
doing it.
can like if I'm having a scotch and a cigar and I got the record player going.
Yeah.
That I can do, and just.
But you're on your phone and stuff, fucking around looking at shit too. Like,
Yeah, yes and no.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm really trying hard not to do that during my relax time.
Do what?
When
calm the
when
internet.
I'm listening to music and scotch and cigars, I very rarely get to do it with a record player, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it more because my record collection's going bigger. It's getting bigger. It's growing every day.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. But like when I'm also trying to read at those times too. So
Read?
Okay.
Yeah. Got to grow that knowledge, man.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it, to be honest with you.
The other day,
Books don't bark back.
I spent 75 minutes researching this story that I read about how this lady had a seizure and like pronounced dead, and the next day they had her funeral, which is really quick. And then like her sister got there late, and they exhumed the body so they can rebury her so she could see her again.
Yeah.
And then when they pulled out the screws in the casket, the lady sat up and started smiling at everybody.
What?
They misdiagnosed her,
Oh my god.
and she was alive. They buried that bitch alive, and if her sister hadn't got there,
she's like, nah, she's just pretending. She does this all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, the
Bring
old.
her up.
Oh yeah, she's always with that. I'm just in pain bullshit. Oh, I'm totally dead.
It's like Ashton
Oh,
Kutcher
it's-
jumps out of the
Yeah.
fucking
She's
Yeah.
just
together.
sleeping.
You've been punked.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so I
God.
just research random shit like that.
But it's funny though. We're all talking about this whole basically like a little listening party or something. You guys heard what just happened with Kanye?
Huh?
He rented out
Oh.
an entire fucking arena for the listening party of his new album.
And some guy snuck in.
Well, even besides that, don't derail my train. Get out of here.
Sorry.
No, Kanye just walks
okay.
out, and his new thing is he wears like
That
a mask
mask, yeah.
that does the entire head, so media can't identify him.
Yeah.
And he just walks out into the fucking middle of the arena, just on like a white like tarp floor, whatever that they've put down over the
Yeah.
field, and he's just walking around, just dancing, jamming out to his own music and shit, and that's it.
He just had a party by himself?
It was just a listening party, and he sold out the entire arena. It was like 45,000 people or something.
It's a Mercedes-Benz arena.
Yeah. They just all chilled out and just sat around.
And
Nobody said a
listened to-
word, just listened.
Listen to Kanye's
Just
album with
listen to the
Kanye.
entire new album.
I
while
can't
Kanye
believe
danced around.
I didn't think of that. I
not too
could
late.
have sold Kanye on that. Like, listen, I got a thing for you, bro.
But it's just like
You
we're
ain't
all
got to
talking
do
about it.
nothing.
Yeah.
It might not even have been him.
Yeah. It's
There's
like
a
we're
good
all-
chance that wasn't Kanye.
I have a confession to make.
20
What
listening
up?
party.
I can't stand Kanye West.
You're not supposed to.
I don't like him. I can't.
You're not-
I
you're not
can't listen
supposed
to his
to.
music anymore. Well, anything past graduation day, like
Yeah.
I
Guess what?
can't.
That's a fantastic album.
Now
You're like,
you
And
put-
some people say like
Yeah.
hip hop needs Kanye West. I was like, for what?
Yeah, what do we need him for?
You know, so like I had this issue. You guys know who Kawhi Leonard is?
Yeah.
Basketball player
Yeah.
for the Clippers.
Yeah.
When he signed his contract with the Clippers, there's a clause in there that he's got a pitch count, essentially. He's only going to play certain games, and then all the games in the playoffs. And he said it's for his health.
Okay.
And for me, that bothered me because you got someone like LeBron James, right, who's literally plays every game he physically can, and only just now, like, had to start missing games because of injuries.
Sure.
But that's how you become the greatest player in the league. And what happened at the end of the season in the playoffs, Game 7? He got fucking knocked out by a team that played every day that wasn't even supposed to be there.
Right.
They played every game. The Phoenix Suns were the 16th best team in their conference last year.
Well, now you're talking sports science.
Well,
So
I'm
it's
just
like,
saying,
what's
it's
more
the same
important,
thing.
playing
so
hard the
Kanye
whole
West
time?
does the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, you got other people out there that put out some insane shit.
There's some beautiful albums out there.
And I'm not big on hip hop per se, but I do have an immense amount of respect for it.
Yeah. But you know what good music sounds like.
Right.
Like, even if it's new and weird, like, I'll know that it's good. That might not be for me.
Right.
But that's good.
Yeah.
Right.
And, like, it's dog shit to me, but that's good. I can see how that can sell a million.
100%.
No problem.
I have that feeling about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really made for me,
but
but
there's
the woman's very talented, writes all of her own music. People make fun of her for writing music about her past relationships.
Why?
She
Someone
came from
buys it?
country music. You
know
ever
what-
listen to that?
everything's about the past. Everything was yesterday. Nothing about tomorrow.
Right.
That
Right.
sounds like a Taylor Swift song
Yeah,
right there.
she can't wait to listen to this.
All I'm saying is, like, it's not made for me, but it still sounds great, and she's pumping them out wholesale.
That's what you're supposed to do. If
Wholesale.
you're an artist and you have people listening to you, you need to throw up music all over the floor.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't care who you do it with. Just do it. Ariana Grande. She's with everybody. Just be with everybody.
Dude.
Do everything every time.
every single thing, every single time.
If someone asks you, just say yes. Who cares?
Yeah,
if it's
I
not
look
good, then you
14,
don't do it.
But I'm still going to do this song about fucking.
You know who like blew me away? Fucking Travis Scott blows me away.
Yeah.
That bitch has been on McDonald's menus.
Yeah.
And now he's on some sort of shitty seltzer that we tried in here.
That we tried
I was
last
like,
time.
I don't know what this is, but I'm sure it'll sell out.
Yeah.
You know, it's got habaneros in it.
I'm sure there's a whole. Well, that was the good one that we tried.
That's the only one I was
that-
like, it's interesting.
That was like the 5 Drinks Co. one. That one was good. The Travis Scott seltzer one was just eh.
The little ones are
The
yeah,
little
those,
guy,
the little
those are
premixes,
dangerous.
Oh, yeah, dude. They sell those at, I mentioned this last time, but Universal.
Yeah.
It's a clutch thing at
I
the
could
Hard
fill
Rock.
this whole thing up with those.
Well, walk around the
And
park.
just
I'm good.
Get hammered.
Start giving little kids the finger. Get out of line.
Back up, dude.
You're too short. I know you are. Get out.
You don't have a
So-
credit card. How'd you even get in here?
To back up my point,
Yeah.
Bob Dylan,
Right.
considered the greatest American songwriter ever.
Right.
Considered. He does 120 shows a year.
It's an incredible amount of tour time.
He's fucking 1,000 years old.
Yeah. Every time I've ever seen him, he looks like he's 1,000 years
He's
old.
made more money off of other people covering his songs than his own songs.
Wow.
Like, what's one of Jimi Hendrix's most famous songs? All Along the Watchtower? Bob Dylan.
Borrowed.
He wrote that song.
I'm gonna borrow
Really?
that.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews borrowed it too.
Yeah. Everybody borrows his music. He doesn't say no. He's like, yeah, cut me up
Yeah, I don't
25%
want.
of those royalties and I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
You give me 25%. You play it 4 times. I got 100%.
and I get
Like,
I get like 40 cents every time it plays on the radio.
I tried to watch that Spielberg. No, it was that. Was it Spielberg documentary on Netflix?
No, it was
Scorsese's.
Scorsese.
I tried to get through it, but it was just like such a slow tempo.
But dude,
like
it's
but it's
insane,
good.
though.
And they did that one movie where there were 4 actors playing him. I watched that one. It was pretty good. There's
Yeah.
different stages of his life, but it's played by 4 actors. That was
Bob
interesting.
Dylan is like I have a bucket list
Right.
of bands and or artists that I need to see before they die or myself.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's a weird tie for first. It's Bob Dylan and Incubus. are the two bands the two groups that I have to see before I die.
How you gonna catch Incubus?
I love Incubus.
How you gonna get them?
You got to get them. I'll pay top dollar.
I don't think they tour that hard anymore.
They do. They're on tour now.
How many dates?
I don't know.
I hate when people come to Florida. They hit 2 spots, and one of
Yeah,
them's
it's
not
like-
Orlando.
Why the fuck are
He's
you
like,
going-
Miami,
like,
Jacksonville, gone.
Why are you
Stupid.
going to Jacksonville?
Because they don't have to go all the way into the state.
And they captured
You're going to
Tallahassee.
Miami too, though.
No, they catch Tallahassee with.
But do they not
Jacksonville.
know their crowd?
But look, everyone comes to Orlando.
Pre-COVID, there was
They don't-
78 million people that came in and out of Florida on an airplane on vacation.
Yeah, I don't think they care about that.
Yeah,
You
not at
should.
all.
That's more ticket sales. People will
Should.
plan their vacation around it.
That's poor management. Is what that is.
Put this-
Who gives a shit what stage you're on? You're only going to town for the night.
Yeah.
I don't care what it looks like. I'm not leaving.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you, there
Just write the
is-
city on the guitar. I'll tell you where I'm at.
on Sunday, yesterday.
Yeah.
There was the Florida Cup started. It was supposed
Yeah.
to be 4 teams: Inter Milan, Everton, Arsenal, and I can't remember the name of the other team that they played yesterday. They played Everton yesterday.
Okay.
Arsenal called us, their fan club of Central Florida, called us and said, "Hey, we're going to do our meet and greet at your brewery because you're a quarter mile from the football stadium, which is where they played."
Perfect.
This was like months ago. We're like, "Cool, yeah." On Wednesday, it was announced that Arsenal's not going to play because of COVID.
Right.
Like 6 of their players got COVID. They're not. This isn't even the starting roster.
Yeah.
It's essentially preseason game. These are international friendlies.
Yeah.
Inter Milan, which is the other really huge name in there, pulled out
Why?
because if Arsenal's not there, where the fuck are they going to show up?
Yeah.
Play someone else.
Well, so we got two. They got 2 South American teams to play, and they're both really good. So the South American crowds typically do, or teams typically do really well crowd-wise here in Florida.
Yeah.
Colombia
Oh, yeah.
and somebody else. I think it was like Panama, maybe. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
I was gonna say I'm 99% sure it's Brazil.
No, Brazil was playing here, but that was the CONCACAF Gold Cup, which is at the Exploria. So it's like 2 different ones. It's really confusing, but there's a lot of soccer tournaments that happen
No,
at
I
the
just
same
thought we
place.
just meant
sometimes.
just like any South American
Oh, yeah.
football team that plays on a televised tournament.
Mhm.
You always see Brazil.
Brazil shows
Colombia,
up everywhere.
and
They are so good. They got the best fans in the world.
Yeah,
I think.
And Argentina.
That's why they do it.
Well,
Yeah,
South
'cause they gotta
American
go see all their
countries in
fans.
general are super
Argentina you
passionate.
see a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
blue and white, I think. Stripes.
all these guys had, they're like, we probably have 15% of the people that were supposed to be here because the other 85% actually had travel insurance. So you only got 15% of the people that were actually supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Our little
Wow.
brewery did almost $2,000 in sales
Yeah.
on 15%
Yeah.
of the fans. And almost nobody was from Orlando. Maybe like 10 people.
That's
out
a
of
big
the
thing. Yeah, they'll come in here.
huge amount that were there yesterday. I was
That's
getting my
crazy.
dick kicked in for like 4 days because of these soccer games.
Yeah.
And the Dirty Heads concert.
Yeah.
The Orlando Dirty Heads and Sublime with Rome, the Orlando
Yeah,
Vacation.
I heard about that.
Oh yeah, that's the last time. That's when you were in the soccer. You were in the soccer game. So Thursday
Yeah.
night. Yeah. So like the night after, we had like a reggae concert with the Strongbacks. I'm not a huge reggae fan.
With the
Almost
who?
the Strongbacks is their name.
Oh.
Almost never listened to it, but they're a local reggae band that's gaining steam. They got a management company, MVK Maverick,
Nice.
and they killed it. And we were super busy all
Nice.
night because of it. So that was really nice.
Yeah.
And then having those soccer games. Orlando Pride, second best team in their league, the female soccer players, they're incredible too. So I swear 60 more people go to those games every week.
That's all it takes. You just got to keep doing it, and that's
Yeah.
what that's what Brazil figured out a long time ago. Just keep going, keep playing, keep going,
Just
keep playing.
Exactly.
You're gonna find some kid who wants to play, and then 18, 20 years later, he's a fucking monster.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you got a David Beckham in the stands. Now you can't not sell out.
But that
You know?
the main
You
reason
sell out every
is-
time.
Yep.
The main reason about the main point I'm trying to make is all those Arsenal fans were so happy to come to Orlando, even after the game was canceled.
Right.
The game was canceled because you're in fucking Orlando,
I'm in Orlando.
Florida.
Yeah, I've got all week to fuck around here.
There's 3
Yeah.
major theme parks and like a bunch of other shit to do. So why wouldn't Incubus just come to Orlando for crying out loud? Which is bring it all back to where it
Just-
started from.
My original problem. I listened to your album last night, and you didn't show
Yeah.
up for work today.
This is
Yeah.
the whole
Fuck,
point.
dude. No, I'm just saying it makes sense to me. Like, why wouldn't you want to put a baseball team in Orlando? They're talking about
I
the
believe
Rays.
that.
Or, hear me out, because the Rays have an attendance problem, even though
They do.
they're the second best team in the MLB right now. Their attendance problem is due to it's really hard to get there,
It's a shit
and
location.
they're not in Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're waterside. St. Petersburg is absolutely gorgeous. 9 breweries within walking distance of that stadium.
Yeah.
And like 100 bars, including a dog bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the solution to that. Build a pro team in this town anywhere. We'll have 100 bars and 90 breweries in walking distance.
Well,
Yes.
yes
Just
and
build
no.
it.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Put your team here. Don't build the team because
Yeah.
the Magic suck.
They're
But
definitely
Orlando City are doing great. And the Predators just came back. Their attendance is good.
Yeah.
The Solar Bears attendance is good. You move the Rays to Tampa proper, Ybor City.
Yeah. Yeah.
You put a Sun Rail or the Bright Line
To the casino.
that
Yeah.
goes by the casino,
Stops at the
stops
casino.
at the casino,
That's a great landing
and
spot.
also goes straight to, sometimes even into, the fucking stadium.
Yeah, we could shuttle people.
And
from
you
there to
get
there.
people coming, like, I know plenty of British people and French people that come over here. They're like, oh, I went to go to a football game. Like, I want to experience this.
yeah, they wanna try
I want to know, what makes you guys so as passionate as we are about football, soccer,
Yeah.
as you are. Like, how are you guys this passionate about baseball and football? We want to know.
We're sick about it. We can't help ourselves.
Let's figure it out. So I know so many people that plan their trips around the NFL, plan their trips around concerts, plan their trips around this and that. Orlando's got it all. Why wouldn't you want it?
Well, I mean, there's nothing worse than going on vacation and not having some sort of event to do.
Right.
Like, hey, all three of us let's go to California right now. We're just gonna get a hotel room.
Yeah.
And figure it out. It'll be 2 days of bar hopping. And be like, all right, that was just like home.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretty
what's
much.
the point?
I just spent
I
like
wanna
$3
go to a
grand in
concert.
2 days.
Yeah, I want to check out a new stadium or see what the local shit's like.
That's why I don't like cruises.
I can't
Really?
cruise.
I can't cruise.
I can't cruise.
What am I going to do? Oh, dude, the drinks package. You could drink all day. I could drink all day here.
Yeah.
Spend $900 in 3 days.
And I don't have to tip myself or argue with me about how much alcohol is in that glass because I know you shortchanged me.
That's why I only drink beer.
Fucking yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you have a place like this, if you really dive in, we are not tourists, so we know, like, well, what do we do? Oh, well, maybe there's a local spring. We can go kayaking or
Right.
canoeing. That'd be cool. Soak that in.
Yeah.
Go-kart, whatever it is.
We'll check out your town. It's easy to
Correct.
check out our town. There's plenty to do here.
Yeah.
And if we get bored, we go check out the tourists and go like people watch them.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I'll go to
God.
the springs and just watch them walk around and be like, idiots. You're about to walk into that Lilo and Stitch thing? Totally gonna spit on you. Look at it, spit on you. Idiots.
Idiot. In that outfit,
Yeah.
got spit on in that outfit.
I mean, I don't know how long you guys have lived here, but just being like, oh, no, he told you not to swim behind that yellow line.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it makes. Dude, last time I was at Wakaiva, this guy had a remote control gator head.
Oh, it's fucking priceless.
That's great.
Oh, if it had
Those are the
sunglasses
best.
on it too, that'd be dope.
With his cigarette hanging out.
Yeah, just fucking just rolling up on you.
No, but I'm just saying, like, there's so much to do here.
A little Shrek speaker in it.
Yeah.
Like, you can do a vacation inside your vacation. Like, hey, let's
Yeah.
go to Orlando for a week. But we're going to spend 3 days
Mhm.
in St. Petersburg.
I could staycation in Orlando.
I do it all the
imagine,
time.
Imagine if you like. I mean, I would go to the Hard Rock and just book 2 nights,
Correct.
Yeah.
or go to the Ritz and splurge on yourself because the space is nice. You don't have to clean it
And
back
like the
yourself.
best part about these places is you don't have to leave. So like
Yeah.
you don't have to leave outside of that resort. Like the Hard Rock Hotel, I'm a regular at.
Yeah, you're a super fan.
And I'm there all the time. And when my wife and I stay there, we don't really have to leave. Like we're gonna spend a lot of money going to the Palm Restaurant, getting
Right.
Wagyu ribeye tomahawk,
Yeah.
of course. 'Cause
I'm
I'm
gonna
not an
eat that.
asshole.
Yeah.
I ate the whole goddamn thing. Put the bone into my mouth and
Yeah, I'll walk it out of here.
a bunch of old people looking at me like I got no manners. Dude, I paid $150 for this steak with some fucking crab meat on it.
Yeah, I'm biting
gonna,
the bone.
I'm gonna, if I could swallow this bone, I will.
Finest
Get
bone.
into some of this because I want to challenge you on something.
Kirkland's finest.
Well, this is something to challenge on. Hell yeah!
I'm gonna let you do that. You're the bartender here.
Right.
What's the challenge?
Is just that the fact of you saying like, yeah, I love going to Disney because we don't have to leave the resort for 2 or 3 days.
I'm not saying Disney. I didn't say
Or
Disney.
no, I'm sorry. Just
Yeah.
any resort.
Right. Not that there's anything wrong with Disney.
My thing is, honestly,
holy.
I just wanted to say that that's one of the things that I enjoy about cruises is that you now don't get me wrong. Most people have a bad cruise experience because you've gone on not Royal Caribbean, but
He heard the bottle open.
Yeah, you heard a bottle of it.
yeah.
We're
There's
we're into
no
the
juice in this.
Pour yourself one.
It's not juicy at all.
whiskey.
Oh, it's pretty juicy.
It's whiskey.
We finally get Bobby something he wants to drink.
I
Get
know.
there, boys.
He smelled it as soon as we
Good, load
opened
it
it.
up.
America's
Now,
Kirkland's very own Barton's.
I'm gonna let you finish that comment. I just want to say I have been open to one cruise. I like the idea of the band cruise, where like Coheed and Cambria is doing one with like Andrew WK and Taking Back Sunday.
Sure.
And it's like 4 days, and you get all these concerts. That to me is something to do.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
I do like some Cody.
Oh, dude, did you hear their new song "Shoulders"?
I have not.
Dude.
But I saw them right before the pandemic.
They're
Phenomenal.
fucking
He's one
amazing.
of the best
Vocalists.
trained, well, I think, because he's got a classical musician background. You
Yeah.
can hear it like symphony style, you can hear it in melodies. You're like,
Oh, it's amazing.
wow, you're talented.
Cheers, boys. So, what's your challenge then, cruise-wise?
Is just that in what you're saying about you enjoy never leaving the resort and you can spend 3 days there not leaving the resort, I feel the same way about a 3 or 4 day cruise.
That's
cruise
pretty
line-
good stolen whiskey.
Yeah.
Or sorry, rendered whiskey.
It is really good.
My apologies.
Rebranded.
Yeah.
No, thing that
Cancel
I
my
enjoy about
subscription.
cruises is you're on there, you got a bunch of nice fucking restaurants, you got a good fucking pool deck to hang out on. You don't have to be there for 12 hours, but like you wake up, you go hang out at the pool, you get some drinks. That's one day. Next day, you're pulling into the Bahamas at 8 a.m. and then you can get off there, go check out the Bahamas, plan
So-
some things to do there.
There's a difference between a staycation and a vacation, right? We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Agree.
So here's my thing about that. When it comes to the cruise, I don't like tropic. I don't. It's not that I don't like. I just don't imagine myself paying for a tropical vacation.
You will.
Not really. I live in a tropical climate, so it's like for me, when I go on vacation, I want to learn something. Like when we go to England, you get this thing. You go to Stonehenge and you buy. Well, that's where I bought it. You can go anywhere, and you buy this heritage pass, and it's 50 pounds, or British sterling, however you want to put it, and
Euros?
you get like over no, it's not euros. They're not euros.
I know, but like,
British sterling is technically what their currency is called.
still?
Yeah.
No.
Bet 5.
It's the pound.
Pound is another word for it.
you bet me 1 sterling, so that's gonna get that shit.
Anyway, 50 pounds, and you get over 200 historical sites in England.
Yeah.
And like you'll go there, and it's like a hunting lodge, right? What they called a royal hunting lodge is a goddamn castle with a chapel, and
Yeah.
like when you go there, there's like maybe 10 people there, and it's so you get to see everything, and you could pay for the tour guide. It's like an extra $10 per person, but like you get there and like, dude, they were explaining this is just a hunting lodge, right? And the main gate is built on this huge incline, and there's a drainage system. And I was like, what, did the people shit outside the door or something? They're like, no. If anybody came in with ill intention, they'd shoot them, and then the blood drains in, and so it doesn't stain too hard. Because there's a creek running around it.
There you go.
Huh.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
Let me get one of those for here.
Well, you guys are on an incline.
I will get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Starting it.
that shit to me is cool. You know, like, if I'm going to spend that much money, like, I really want to go to Iceland. See all the local fare. I really want to experience something completely different.
Okay.
And a lot of those places are catered towards the tourism industry. Like when you go on a cruise, private island, it's Carnival's private island, and I'm sure it's massively fun. And I'm not saying that
no.
I would have a bad time there. I'd
I'm
probably
not
have a really
even
good
talking
time.
about any of their private islands, 'cause that is nothing to write home about.
Well,
That's
the same
fucking
thing
wet
where
and
they-
wild.
Where they port though, like where they port is it's all touristed out for the fucking cruise ships. Like that's their biggest industry. some
Well,
of
and I
them.
mean I guess that's why I'm bringing this up, is 'cause that's where I disagree with you. Is the fact that like when I went to fucking Honduras and went on some little catamaran that was like rented out by some dude that lived there and caught a bunch of fish and shit like that and ate conch ceviche on the boat and everything, it didn't feel like it was like a small little touristy thing where they had a sign-up sheet on the cruise ship.
Right.
It was one of those where I got off, I asked the taxi driver to take us somewhere like new or something like that, but
You
like
never buy on a cruise ship your day pass. You always go to port and you find the creepy guy
Yeah.
next to the lamppost.
Didn't you just do it?
Yeah.
Chris?
Nah, I went to British Virgin Islands.
Nice.
Oh, that's close enough.
But you know, same type of thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
you have
actually-
tourist areas and you have non-tourist
Yeah.
areas.
And you know, you hired the guy, had his own boat. And
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, we didn't catch any fish
Mhm.
and he didn't get a tip.
Caught a
He knows the
motherfucking
story.
buzz.
Yeah.
But I mean,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I guess
I
I just
could
feel
do
like
that
you can do that
a
exploring.
few days at a time in this
Yeah.
climate. Like, I'm not really a let's go hang out by the pool or let's go
Yeah.
to the beach guy. I just don't like the beach.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's dirty.
Yeah, I don't like it. So for
covered
me,
in dirt.
like that's I'm automatically out on those particular things.
Yeah.
But if I'm at home and maybe I don't have too much cash to spend, or there's a discounted rate at the hotel, so I kind of want to feel like I'm on vacation without being on vacation. A little 3-4 day staycation, maybe 2, at a local resort where you don't have to leave anything and a nice dinner with the wife sounds good to me. But if I'm gonna go on a fucking vacation, like I have 2 vacations planned for next year. We're about to start dropping deposits.
Yeah.
France, and in that trip to France, we're going to go visit a few different places, and then we're going to take a train to Monaco, and we're going to stay just outside of Nice of Monaco, in a fucking Airbnb that overlooks the ocean, which is kind of against what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
But my wife,
I want to
my wife,
look
He
down
likes
upon
to see
it.
the
No,
ocean,
my-
but don't touch it.
my wife
Like
loves
don't
the
look
beach.
touch
down
it.
at
My wife loves the beach, so I can't deprive her of
Yeah.
that. And then we're gonna take the train to Italy
Yeah.
because it costs $80 a person.
Yeah, Europe is
We're gonna
wildly
eat some
convenient.
fucking pasta, hang out for a couple hours, and then fuck off back to France.
Italy,
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
And then
Love it.
after that, I'm going to Scotland. I'm gonna be staying walking distance from the Ardbeg distillery,
Yeah.
and this is like a pretty sizable island, Islay.
Yeah.
And there's all of the oldest and best Scotch distilleries, and then there's the ocean, and that's it. There's nothing else to do.
That's
on
all
that
you really
island.
need.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I also don't like crowds when I'm on vacation. So like when I've been to
Yeah.
England a couple of times, a handful, and we get to London, and it's like, all right, guys, I could do maybe a day here.
Yeah, it's a
maybe
lot.
one day. I live in a metropolis. Like if I wanted busy, crazy, I'd go to fucking
I just go outside.
go on a Saturday to,
Yeah.
to Disney Springs.
Yeah,
you know, like
I go walk.
I don't need that much.
Go walk
interaction.
downtown.
And I know it
Yeah.
sounds a little weird, but I'm just talking from personal preference, and I
Yeah.
understand the want and need. Like I went to New York City. I'm from Los Angeles, so
Yeah.
I've been in downtown Hollywood and and Beverly Hills and all this shit
Yeah.
too. So I've seen a lot of that stuff, and it's just like,
I get it. No, I've seen it. It's like people who live on the beach. You're like, I never go.
it's like, hey, that's
Why?
Celine Dion's
It's
house.
always right there.
Can I poop in their house?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Do I get to use the bathroom?
yeah, because that's what I really want to do.
I want to check out
I
that
also
gold
have an
toilet.
affinity for shitting in hotel lobby bathrooms.
I-
You guys not? They roll out the Ritz. Like, that's your first impression. Get off the plane, get out of the Uber or the taxi cab. Like, man, I got to go to the bathroom. The fucking bathrooms are nicer than your hotel room
They're,
sometimes.
they're supposed to
Nah, I
be.
don't
It's
give
a
a
nice
shit.
bathroom.
I wait till I get to my room.
Can't do it, man. There's a
Nope.
little guy in there that probably cleans as soon as I'm done.
Nope, because I want to take my pants and my shirt off.
Oh, that's right. You do
Take
that.
a nice dump.
You
Yep.
do that.
Take one of those knee highs.
That's it. That's it. I don't want to be sitting there getting warm and all of a sudden sitting there for 20 minutes. I'm like, oh,
How
God
weird
damn
is it to bring your squatty potty?
No. Usually got a little trash can next to the toilet. You can flip upside down, put your feet on.
I do that too.
See?
I'm not crazy.
See?
No,
you
you're
were
not.
talking shit. Now you're like,
No,
"Did I do that?"
See,
I think
it's because he did it wrong.
You know
he
what,
didn't
though?
flip the trash
Here's the
can
thing.
upside down. He's trying to balance his
Here's
feet
the
on
thing. When I've given up on when I've given up on life, which is pretty much just when I'm hungover, or I'm about to take a
Nothing
shower.
feels better than kicking your feet up on that squatty potty and just leaning back.
No, but I do get naked while I poop when in those situations. If I'm about to take a shower, or life to me is just a terrible existence that I have to live right now,
it. See, you get naked.
so I get naked.
Play
I
some
mean,
Clash of Clans so you're like.
I learned that from my dog. He hasn't taken a shit with a shirt on his entire life. He does it. He does it staring out at the lake. I was like, God, that looks good, man. That looks
Feel the
right.
breeze
That shit looks
blowing right on the
right.
hole.
I shame
Oh.
my dog. I shame my dog every time I see him pooping. Cooper.
No, you
Bastard.
don't have a dog.
Cooper's my dog.
That dog would run away.
essentially. No, Cooper loves me.
That's why he bit you on the tit.
Yeah, it's because it's Dan Stone.
loves that.
Anyway, hey, you're up next for poop stories.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm in.
He's doing his.
Take another shot. Take another shot of this whiskey with that fucking juice in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This whole
The
day will
green
be a poop
explosion.
story.
Anyway, so so I don't feel as comfortable as maybe you do, but I understand why you do it. You have to
What?
take off all your clothes to poop.
It's not that I have to take them all off. It's just that is the most comfortable way to poop. And like, it's like obviously,
It's
if-
all natural.
That's the thing. Like, if I'm at work and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, just got the bubble guts. The other bartender just got here. I need to go to the bathroom for 10 minutes. I'm not going to take off all the clothes in there.
Slate has one of the nicest bathrooms to poop in. There's only 2 bathrooms for men, 2 bathrooms for women. There's
Yeah.
separate stalls.
Yeah.
There's separate bathrooms, roughly about the size of this room, almost the size of this room. Nice ambiance, very pretty,
Yeah.
cute
Tile
sink,
everywhere.
tile everywhere.
Yeah.
It's always a mess.
Because it's nice. Everyone wants to use it.
No, it's because I only get there when they fucking first open or right before they close. So either all the employees have used it or everybody
or
that's
it's,
been
or
there
it's
has used
devastated from brunch.
Yeah, our pizza guy's taking a bath in the sink.
God
Shit.
damn.
You washing your feet, bro?
it. I know that guy. I don't know him, but I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would never eat wherever he works
Lucky.
again.
I don't know him, but I know him.
Yeah.
Freaking, I don't know. When it comes to vacations, I understand the want for cruises.
Yeah.
Because
man.
it's like-
still
like-
don't. I don't.
Well,
I
no, it's
don't
like an
get it.
all-inclusive
I don't
resort.
fucking
Like
get
you
it.
have everything you need plus. It's like, you know what? I know we didn't plan on this. There's a comedy night. There's a couple comedians. Let's go. Hey, let's take in a show. This cruise ship's big enough to have a goddamn racetrack on it for go-karts. Like that to me is cool, but I don't need that because I have it here.
I guess for me, my thing is.
But I
that-
understand that. Like I understand. That's what I'm saying.
I appreciate the fact that like I can drive 45 minutes from my home, hop on a fucking boat, start drinking, eating good food, relaxing and everything within walking distance of my room. So it's kind of just like the resort in that matter of I got all these fucking amenities that I don't have within walking distance of my home normally, now within walking distance of where I'm staying. And yeah, you know, we're just going to be doing this for 3 to 4 days, and then it's going to dump me off 45 minutes from my home again. And I can drive right back home and be home.
I understand it.
And it's,
Being able
Yeah.
to live not without responsibility, but you know, like when you're at home and you're drinking and you have to worry about the driving and the Uber and this that, and
Yeah.
the other, and being on a cruise or at an all-inclusive resort, you don't have to worry about that.
yeah.
And it's refreshing. So I understand.
Well,
The-
and I
the-
Yeah,
appreciate,
there's pleasure in the recklessness of it. Like I don't have to.
I wouldn't
be-
even call
yeah.
it recklessness of it. It's just I would say it's close to freedom. Like you don't have to worry about it. So
Yeah.
Sure.
why would you?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
have to.
I also just appreciate the fact of like, I didn't spend a lot of, I don't know, for me, I'm not a huge travel person. Like,
We had this conversation.
That 12-hour trip to get like from here to England is a little bit of an inconvenience.
7 hours there, 9 hours back.
I've made it like 6 times in my life. It's an inconvenience, whatever you want to say.
Uh,
8 hours, 7 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. There's delays. There's inconveniences. You're talking about flight time.
How long's
I'm
your
talking
How long's
about-
your car trip? What's the maximum amount of time you can spend in a car getting somewhere?
Oh, don't even talk to me about this.
I'm good. I'm at 3 hours and a half now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I am at, if
I-
you
I
are
need a
within
break. I
3
need to
hours, we're
stretch.
good. Same.
Yeah, I got to be
Like,
in
I
your.
don't
I got to
need-
be in it.
My only regret from my batch party was that we drove to Asheville.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
definitely. Huge inconvenience. See, and the thing is, it with the cruise, I'm paying about $150 a day. That's drinks and all food
Right,
included.
and
So I'm
and
just
fine
saying-
dining or burgers and
Yeah, so for me to drop like $600 for like 4 days, and those 4 days you're gonna drop me off in some destinations that I was never inconvenienced by the travel getting there because I had my feet up, I was gambling, I was going to a comedy night, eating some restaurant that I've never had before, not fucking Crapplebee's up in New York because we're up here.
Right.
Not saying that that's what you do or
No,
anything,
no.
but I guess I'm just saying that for me it's like, yeah, I get a little bit of both. I'm not inconvenienced by the travel. I make sure that I see a new place and learn something and try something new. And then I'm just on a fucking resort where like, for me it's also, it's not that I like doing it by myself, but if I have a group of like 4 people and it's all like, we're all hanging out on this fucking moving city that none of us have ever been in before. We can explore this city and then we can explore the different places we go.
No, I understand it
And
from that
that's-
aspect.
But I'm also not
when it
saying
comes
like,
to the-
hey, my number 1 vacation is a cruise.
No,
I'm
the-
also not saying that.
from the aspect from the point you made about like, first of all, like the 7-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun, but most international flights have free food and booze, so
Mm-hmm.
that's one less thing you have to worry about. And it's bullet bourbon and
Yeah.
you know Bud Light, Budweiser, shit like that,
Yeah,
which is
but
fine.
It's
And
free, bro.
Yeah, and then you get over, and they have like a 12 million hours worth of entertainment to keep you entertained. The one thing
Just stir crazy.
that England is, which is the only country I've really experienced, other than this one, England has. Let's
Saber.
do it.
No.
Oh, we didn't get our saber.
I thought you were just gonna.
We're not.
That England has all of Europe, really anywhere outside of this country, has done really well is public transportation.
Yeah.
So and the transportation is comfortable. It's nice. The trains, I've taken like 90 trains in England in the 5 or 6 times that I've been there.
I've taken a few over there.
And it's nice, and they sell drinks and food on the train, and it's
Yeah.
a relaxing experience, and they're very efficient. My brother-in-law.
Trains are
That's the
probably
luxury of an older
one of the
country.
nicest ways to
I
travel.
would
But
train
that's
around
like-
America
like
if they had it
England's
right.
trying to-
They did it right.
In London, it's more expensive to own a car than a house sometimes.
Yeah.
And it should be.
Oh yeah. Just because of the congestion charges that you pay, just for going into the fucking city and owning a car, paying for a place to park.
Yeah, fuck you.
Like-
Like other people need to be here too.
Yeah, speaking of, are we talking about Clarkson's Farm on here yet?
I haven't watched it yet, so don't tell me anything.
Good
I
Lord.
splurged it.
I know. I need
Oh,
to. I
so
need to
good.
watch it.
Right
And you know
through
what
it.
they did? As soon as they released that, they did a preview for the next Grand Tour
Yeah,
episode.
it's in
Oh, of course.
3 days.
Those guys are marketing
Oh my
geniuses.
God.
They don't
It's
stop.
in 4 days. It comes out on the 30th.
Have you? So
And greatest thing, it's called Lockdown.
I know.
LOCH.
It's a good play on words. I like that.
Even worse that they're going into another one right now. But hey-oh.
Whatever. Good luck, guys.
I do
Don't come here.
also.
Close the doors for a year.
We're at
You'll
You
be
may or
capacity.
may
fine.
We're
not
at
have heard
cap.
this, but Ted Lasso. Have you guys watched it yet?
Nah.
Who is this? Ted Lasso?
So it started out as a commercial, a comedic commercial with Jason Sudeikis.
Okay.
I knew it Joey Lasso.
No, Ted Lasso's a show on Apple TV.
Okay.
It won.
No, I've seen
it hasn't won.
commercials
It's
for it.
nominated for 20 Emmy nominations.
I've seen commercials for
The
it.
show is so goddamn funny, but it's like, I attribute it to one of my favorite shows I've ever watched, which is Scrubs. Like, because it's
Yeah.
super funny, but they dealt with a lot of like dark, personal
Okay.
shit.
They
you know,
touch
like,
topics, like true topics.
So like,
Speaking of that, rip Jason Segel.
oh wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He's not dead. He's just not in anything anymore.
Dude, he did Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and he didn't have to do anything. That was one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing him in This Is the End. My buddy and I talked about this the other day, where I think it was so true of his role, where he was like, yeah, I got a stupid little sitcom now where I walk in and I'm like, what cake?
Yeah.
And everyone laughs at me, and I hate it, but it's a paycheck.
Yeah.
I get no coconut. I get all coffee.
That's a ton of coffee.
I know
I get
That's a morning
coffee
dev if
and
I ever
barrel.
had it.
I get a little coconut in the nose, but I mean,
You
it's
gotta hold it. I'm gonna hold this in. That's what happens.
It's definitely just like a cold brew.
It's 100% a cold brew coffee.
And is that supposed to be a takeoff on Clerks?
Clerks.
Ticking clocks.
But the Clocks looks like the Clerks logo.
Yeah, I
Clerks.
think it is.
Hey, come try this drink.
He's
Come
got a
drink this.
He's got a. You got a fresh palate. This is what,
You know, Bobby, who's
15%?
been snorting green juice
No,
all day.
8.7%.
He's falling apart.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose him.
Here, pour
We've already
yourself
lost
one.
him.
He's gonna start creaking at the joints tomorrow.
What is this?
This is Smog
There you go.
City's
That mic's
is
hot.
ticking clock. Quick groceries. So yeah, this is definitely a play on Clerks.
Yeah, Clerks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ted Lasso has 20 Emmy nominations, and it's just so it's worth getting the 1 week trial or 30-day trial.
To rip through all this stuff.
It's so fucking good.
Where's all this Apple
What-
TV shit?
what,
Is that
It's
Is
on
this
Apple
one?
TV. It's
Just
brand new,
watching?
and you can get the app on everything.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it what app again?
Apple TV. Apple has their own
Apple,
streaming
yeah, they
app
have their
now.
own channel
No.
now.
You have it on here.
No, I was saying so
No.
It's not on like Disney Plus or Peacock or
No,
like,
it's
yeah,
on
it's
Apple
like that,
TV.
but it's
Apple
Apple's.
TV.
But Apple TV also has like Mythic Quest, which is really funny. It's got
They came out with like a good rollout. They had like 15 good content.
well, they had C, which is a
They
big
did
one
some
with
movies,
Jason
right?
Momoa.
They do a couple movies.
Yeah, they had one with Tom Hanks in it. It's a war movie. You know that guy kills it on every movie he ever
Oh, dude,
does.
if it has anything to do with war and Tom Hanks, he's gonna give you that
Bro,
stoic. We're not gonna
Saving
make it through
Private
this look."
Ryan.
yeah.
Come on, dude.
And
Dude,
then his
that's the first movie to make me almost throw up as an adult.
and then his
That
ginger
opening
racist
scene,
son
I
is
was
gonna
like, oh
kick
my
your
god,
ass.
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
Straight cold brew.
I'm not worried about Chad.
That's Chaz.
Chad, my bad.
Chaz. Hanks.
Hanks. Chaz Hanks.
Chizanks.
I'm gonna ask his dad what his
He looks
real
like
name
a
is.
mix between Riff Raff and Carrot Top.
Yeah, with a
Riff
Jamaican
Raff is
accent.
kind of one of my heroes, minus all the spicy shit he's done.
Dude, Riff Raff's just a good hang. He's like that idiot friend you have that lives
He's
next
like
door to you.
so
but
good at
always finds
trolling
somebody in
other
your house.
people, though. Like, there's this video of him like unretiring.
Yeah.
And he's like taking brick pavers out of a truck and throwing them in the middle of the grass somewhere. He's like, I guess I got to quit my job at the construction plant, which isn't a real thing. There's no such thing as a construction plant.
construction plant.
He's like, I got to unretire. The Vanilla Gorilla is coming back. What was it, Terry Two-Tone or whatever? Dale D'Antoni. He's got like 36 nicknames.
The Aquamarine Dream.
And then he's done a few things with Yellow Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so funny together. It's so funny. Like, Yellow Wolf to me is very talented.
Yeah.
But he's got this weird fucking Alabama twang about him. Like so it sounds like he mumbles. But I think it's very, I don't think he's a country rapper. I really do believe that when Eminem found him and signed him to Shady, it's because he really saw a lot of himself in him. Because it's the same like
he's a
subject.
fucking poor kid with tattoos, and they probably said they probably cried about their moms at the same time, and he was like, "Man, I got a place for you, place at the table. You know who Dr. Dre is?
That's it. Pull up a chair."
But
he's like,
worked out
doctors.
for him.
I'm like, going to see
everywhere.
doctors.
He did a whole album with Travis Barker called Psycho White.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs on that album is they did one with Tim Armstrong from Drink.
Oh man.
Drink alarm.
They did one with Tim Armstrong
it.
from Rancid and
I don't like the drink alarm.
a bunch of other bands,
didn't
Transplants.
miss.
I can't remember the other one. What was Tim Armstrong's first band?
Tim Armstrong? For some reason I just thought Tom Arnold.
No, it wasn't Agent Orange. Something along those
I
lines.
was thinking about the guy from Slipknot.
No, that's Corey Taylor.
Yeah, because that guy's neck terrifies me. Doesn't he look like it's just a mask?
Oh, I'm gonna hate
Like one of
myself
them
for
rubber
forgetting that.
masks that hits
Yeah.
his shoulders. I'm like,
Tim Arm-
that shit don't make any sense.
I'm drawing a blank.
God damn it! I'm looking it up now.
Snap it together before that alarm goes off again.
Yeah.
It's a painful alarm.
I'm gonna sound super dumb. Armstrong.
Operation Ivy.
That's right. That's right.
That's what you were thinking.
I knew it was Scottish. Whatever.
Yeah. But that song, it's called "You Can't Push Us Around," and it's pretty good. For I don't listen to a lot of hip hop, but
See, Travis Barker's doing everything. I was thinking like 20 songs in the top 100 right now. Or part of like 20. Like
you ever listen to his album?
Insane. Yeah, I like Travis Barker.
I don't like MGK, so I don't like that part.
Well, I don't like
but
him. Either.
I love how like Eminem just fucking destroyed him so bad that now he's not in hip hop
Change
anymore. He
genres.
started
Yep.
fucking.
Yeah. Let's go pop.
Well,
But,
even-
I mean, he's
that
fucking
emo
Megan
pop
Fox,
rock
so
is
he
coming
won.
back.
He's
It's all-
winning.
they're bringing
Yeah,
back
dude.
Megan
Next
Fox,
year,
pop
Yeah.
punk.
have you seen our lineup for next year? We got Motion City soundtrack.
Yeah.
AFI just announced the House of Blues. They never come to Orlando.
He's
by the
been
way,
living in next February for like the last
I know.
month.
dude. I'm
Newfound Glory's gonna be here in
comes
October.
next February.
who?
Newfound Glory will be here in October.
Dude, we get
2 shows.
Circle Jerks. And
he made it sound like
Municipal
he'll be here
Waste.
at 3. If I'm going to be here at 3 o'clock.
I'll be here like today.
They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, you should. Like Ted Lasso is worth the binge. It was like 1 o'clock. I couldn't sleep. But then again, I don't like back then. My time was set from I would go to bed at 3 and wake up at 11, full 8 hours. I put on Ted Lasso at about 1. By the time I realized that I was finished with the season, I looked up. It was 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing straight through.
Splurged it.
It was so fun. Like there was points where I was laughing like so hard I was pissing myself. And my wife told me to shut up.
Stop
And
pissing
then-
on me.
Yeah, stop pissing on the couch. And then there was like other times where I'm like I might cry.
The Jason Sudeikis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Fucking
so
Sudeikis.
goddamn funny.
He married a princess.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He's dating a princess, isn't he? He
got
married
married.
Olivia Munn.
Yeah. No,
Olivia Wilde.
Wilde. She's a princess.
Yeah.
Is she really?
She married a prince once.
Fuck me running.
Nuts. Then she
Is that
forced the
before or
shit out of
after
that guy.
House?
Then maybe during. I
Alright.
kind of watch House.
That's a great
It's a good
that
show.
character in House reminds me of Anthony Bourdain so much.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie, yeah. That makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
And if you see his early shit, it's like slapstick dry British
Oh,
humor.
yeah.
It's so fucking insane, dude.
Him and
he
Cleese
used to
did a
be in a
bunch of shit
show.
together.
In Cleese, but he also did a show with the dude who plays Hagrid, and it was super funny.
Really?
Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, going
Yeah.
back and watching all these old British shows, like, have you ever seen Faulty Towers?
No.
40 Towers or Faulty Towers, one or the other? It's this old British TV show about, like, this hotel run by John Cleese.
That's the place I'd
That's all
stay.
you need to know.
Well, you're not going to stay there? If you go to London?
So
If you walk in, see him
goddamn
behind the
funny.
counter, you know, you
Oh, you
gonna
know
leave?
you know it's going to be a good week.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so damn funny. It's so damn funny. You guys gotta watch it. But Ted Lasso first, like, it's about an American football coach who coached Wichita State
Okay.
to a championship, and he gets nabbed to coach an English Premier League team.
Oh, I've seen that. I saw because they got a second season, so I saw him doing
The second season started on last Friday.
I
The
saw him
next
doing some
episode
sort of
comes out
clip
this
of it.
Friday. Bro, my wife was like, that show changed my fucking life. When she found out the second season was renewed, she cried.
20 episodes.
Dude, it's so funny. It's so good. But like the
Show
best,
about kickball.
the best show
Someone
I
talk
could
about
describe it to, or that I could relate it to, is Scrubs. Like it's built just like Scrubs, but different content, just as good, just as wholesome. I think Scrubs is like the best.
The best
Like-
written show on television of all time.
You know what's the most medically accurate show?
Isn't it Scrubs?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I think someone
Scrubs
said
is the most medically accurate drama that television has ever had. Like, obviously, you have the reality shows, like that doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah.
But like based on people
scripted?
nurses and people like that, they voted it like it was like that. ER, Grays, all that other
Yeah,
shit.
House, all the elves.
Those,
went
those,
on.
those
House,
ones just
yeah,
discredit
House.
themselves right away.
Whereas this
yeah.
one was like everyday shit, and it's like their fucking struggle to like do good, but also,
Like,
you
yeah.
know, you got the insurance companies and the hospital and blah blah
Yeah.
blah, like having to deal with all of that and fucking everybody within your.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much the service industry, but the people
But it's the
die.
hospital, yeah.
With
It's
the
a circle jerk until
Well,
someone
it's the
dies
service
down here.
industry. What happens afterwards? You know, like
Yeah.
after
I can
you
see
leave
that.
your shift,
Back to
everybody
this
ends up at the
reality
ER.
show that we need to make.
Oh, it's a reality show about us drinking on the job as we deliver booze and food to people on a boat while they're boating.
Huh?
Below deck?
Listen,
No,
it's the most American thing I've ever heard.
we get a pontoon boat. We,
We
put a
get drunk
kitchen
on
in
a
it.
boat. So you're already in.
You're out on the
Wait,
boat. Imagine
so-
this. You're out
Wait,
on the
my-
boat
my
in
boat
lake,
dream's coming true?
in lake whatever, and you're like, man,
Like whatever. I like how you
I'm
said
hungry,
your
dude.
entire
I'm
concept.
fucking hungry.
Threw it away.
But
Yeah.
you know what?
It.
You know
But
what?
then it's
The
a
fish,
reality
the
show.
fish are biting
You
right
put a
now.
GoPro in the corner of the room.
Put a GoPro
Now
on the
So it's a
corner.
hangout
Now it's-
show
Now
on a
it's a
boat.
restaurant.
It's this show, but we're trying to sell shit to people.
Like sandwiches and alcohol.
So it's what we're
But on
doing
a boat.
already.
Let's just say we'll do it on like a lake.
Are
Like
we
a
a
small
mobile?
lake,
So
like-
we're a
like
mobile
Butler.
restaurant.
Yeah.
We're a mobile.
Go to other boats
Jesus.
that are out there. and
We're
sell
a
our stuff to other
mobile.
boats.
We're a mobile panini press and air fryer,
and we sell it to other boats on the water.
and then we get.
Terrible.
We're
Terrible.
No,
we're-
no, 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 no.
Hear me
You
out.
might
Hear me
really
out.
might have something. If I get you, what you're saying is,
Oh
we
fuck.
get a boat
Yeah, we get a boat.
and we make a small little kitchen on a little
Forget
boat.
the entire reality show aspect of this. It is just a food boat.
But now it's a food boat.
I've been pitching
Right.
this
But
idea
now we're
for
a
the
food
last
boat.
2
Listen,
weeks.
here's what we're doing. But
Wait,
a
you
food
just
boat
wanna
with a
put-
liquor
you just wanna
license
put
and a
some
beer
GoPros
license.
on it.
A food boat that could serve beer and alcohol. Call Jeremy in right now.
Food boat. Food boat.
I just want to say, how did you just leapfrog past me in this entire fucking thing?
And I'm the one person
Because
who's like the biggest
I
negative
will
aspect.
poor
of-
man patent this fucking
So
thing
it's
and
so
pull up text
disappointing.
messages that this is my fucking brainchild.
At first, I thought he was
From-
talking about
No.
the
Forget
Bravo
the-
show where it's
forget
literally
the
that follows
fucking
the
reality
restaurant
show.
staff kind of thing on his show.
Time
Like it's
out.
on a
Forget
boat.
any of that.
Nine
And now
times
we're
out
out
of
of
10,
business.
I
nine
came up
times
with
out
a
of 10,
food
he's
boat
triggering me.
that we just pull up to other boats and sell them stuff on Lake Conway. It's like a food truck, but we go to them on Lake Conway. You see them out there
But we
every
need to do
Saturday and
this,
Sunday.
but
I
do
don't
it
get
30
in
boats.
Michigan so we can go
I
to
don't
all
get it.
5
God.
times.
it
And,
doesn't make any sense when I say it. Fuck.
I mean,
But I say we put cameras all over it and call him TV.
Yeah.
Or TLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the reality show is about bartenders that we fly in from fucking Atlanta, New York, Vegas, Chicago, California. We make them all live in a fucking house downtown. None of
did
them
they
can
have the show
cars.
like that?
They
They
did.
used to have something
They
like
did.
this.
And I,
And they
Oh, I think
ruined it.
the Western bar that they brought people in seasonally or something like that.
there
Now,
was a TV
wasn't-
show on MTV, and it was Chillers,
It was Mako's.
Makos.
Make-
Yeah.
And the host was Wild Bill.
Yeah.
Guess who used to manage Wild Bill at Gators Dockside and Dr. Phillips?
Wild Bill.
That's crazy.
This motherfucker right here. He also helped start the whiskey. That was his brainchild. Which is a great concept. If you've never
Yeah.
been to the whiskey, everyone should go.
But it would be better with some cameras on a boat in it.
Yeah.
Dude, the whiskey?
I'm just saying.
We got Motley Crue,
I will drive
airbrushed
my
on the
food boat.
side riding unicorns.
What a fucking scene.
Listen,
I
man.
will drive my food boat right now.
9 times out of 10.
Just how
9
we'll
times
sink
out
the
of
shit
10.
out of your reality scrubby
9
ass
times out of
boat.
10, you're sitting here trying to trigger me into getting upset about something. So the fact that I got to do it to you makes me so
I'm not
happy.
stealing
Boy,
that
jerk.
idea.
Oh,
Wait a second.
why would I steal it? You'd be the.
Well,
You'd
it's
be
out,
the.
it's out in the world now.
You'd be
So
the
now it's-
assistant to the
No,
regional
yeah, it's
manager. I'd make you assistant to the regional manager.
I don't
You know what?
That is a real.
That's
That's a real
Just,
position.
just
though.
captain. We'll make you captain on
That-
one of the boats.
On
one of the
them?
boats.
One of them.
Sorry, it's already.
getting multiple boats without me.
You don't
You're gonna
know
be
this,
out there
but
with
I've
a whole
actually been.
You're gonna be out there with 9 other boats, and they all sell the same thing with different logos on.
Yeah.
them. Be like,
I've been stockpiling from all of our old regulars.
Yeah?
I bought about 6 boats.
Yeah, and I've been keeping half sandwiches that they don't eat and freezing them, so we can have something to sell.
You don't need all the cooking equipment if you got a freezer full of
Fuck that.
fucking
Already
frozen
made sandwiches.
Leftovers.
Perfect. That's what our name
That's
is.
the name.
Leftovers.
It's like, what do you want? Half a meatloaf sandwich? Game the fuck over. Got it right here, dude.
I've got 3 slices of Domino's ready to go right
See,
now.
I got
Putting
3
up the
hots.
panini.
You gotta try a little nip of that.
We gotta call it
Just a little
leftover
nip.
board then.
Leftover board.
Leftover board.
Yeah.
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
there
This
you
is
go.
why I'm in
Done.
this fucking
There you
room.
go.
Oh my god!
That's
I just
it.
had an
Leftover
idea.
board.
Yeah.
Look at.
Guys, you're never gonna believe this. I found the
Or it
perfect
was gonna
name.
be we get a goddamn Airstream and see how close we can get to copyright by making it look like a corn dog.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Put a big old mast off the front and skewer people.
Fuck that. We'll just put a bunch. We'll put a bunch of floaties on that Oscar Mayer car. They're not driving around anymore.
That's
Push that
it.
bitch out on the water.
Yeah. Either that or we're hanging pre-made meals from the front and just like putting names on them. Like, yeah, it's a little pickup stand.
Oh, we could run a living sushi boat where like sushi's
that's-
on a hook, floating around. You got to catch it with your like jet ski or something crazy.
People are going by with gaffs.
Grab that
Sushi
shit.
chef's sitting there waiting for him
Sit.
to pick it up. Hey, take this. Like,
That's
God,
it,
God.
He sticks his
Lays
Cuts
it
the
up.
head off,
Yeah.
splits it
The
in half, and
freshest
he's like,
sushi you
"Eat
got."
it."
Oh, love it. Sticks his
Ah,
knife in the
yes.
water and pulls out a fish and just starts
Yeah.
throwing it
You
at
guys
you.
ever have raw catfish?
It's that southern sushi.
Catfish roll.
Yeah.
Listen,
We just fly some guy in from Japan just to piss him off.
Just
He's
so,
like,
yeah.
What do I do?
Do what you do, man. I thought you had a thing.
I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean? Open the fish.
You ever had alligator guard nigiri? I caught Gator. What do I do? What do I do?
You see him just trying to grab someone's dog out of the lake?
Hey. Whoa!
Whoa!
We're gonna separate ourselves from that comment.
What? That boat sinks?
Somehow that. But hey, it's not weird
we
because
told him
We
what
just
you
lost
find,
that
and he's-
license. We just lost that license.
somehow
We're not on Apple Music.
Yeah,
we're not getting on there
we're
anytime
not.
soon. Don't act surprised.
we're on YouTube now.
That's it. They don't take anything
Goddamn
down.
Apple. Drew's like, yeah, I need to take a shot because I'm gonna get some feedback.
Yeah.
It's all
My
right.
mom will say something about that one.
Most of our
fine, she'll be
listeners
all
are
right.
Trump supporters. We're
She
fine.
She'll get through it like the rest of them.
Oh man. Well, moving on from that spicy comment.
Oh, let's
I'm
go
just
back.
saying. So, food
So-
boat coming in the future.
Let me tell you, I have had a solid sleep schedule for months,
We
right?
can't put that grilled cheese station in the back of a boat. Fuck off.
Dude, this guy can't even put it on a goddamn food cart. Anyway, sorry.
That's a gas electric issue. But still no excuses.
Right.
Tell
so,
me about the guy that works at the brewery that's been fucking sitting on a hot dog cart for the last 8 months.
Yeah, why do you think we try to sell it to him?
Push that bitch on a boat.
Anyway, I was having a really solid sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Like,
Until you found Ted Lasso.
no, until this guy ruined it by coming up with an idea of staying out in front. We're going to chronicle
Oh,
this.
I'm still trying to work
wide
from
pan that camera because we need every fucking. So here
I
we
still
are.
haven't recovered from that day.
I went out. It was my birthday, so it was right at midnight. I was at sports, hanging out, having a good time.
Saturday
right?
night?
Yeah, it was Friday into Saturday,
Okay, well, I thought,
But-
because your actual birthday was Saturday.
right, Saturday.
So Friday into
night
Saturday.
into Saturday.
and we had this plan
12:01
because the
Saturday.
DGs, which is the Foo Fighters, covering 5 songs from the Bee Gees. We talked about this at the beginning of
Yeah,
the
we were
podcast.
talking about it earlier.
Solid album.
It is
Love
solid.
every second of it. To mix between Dave Grohl and the drummer Tyler Hawkins, who's
Did they get anyone from
Yeah.
the Bee Gees?
Taylor.
no
Just
Taylor
Hawkins.
Hawkins. I'm sorry, Taylor Hawkins. I'm sorry. I always have to remember Tyler on the podcast, so you know.
Tyler,
Anyway,
Taylor, Travis.
we miss you, Tyler. Anyway, so we had already planned that if we couldn't get in anywhere at a specific time to guarantee it, we were going to sleep outside of the record store.
Yeah.
Flash to you.
Yeah, go ahead,
You
go
make
ahead.
a phone call.
So, make a phone call. It's at Remix. They have plenty, they say. Plenty.
Plenty.
Which we think means like 5.
Yeah.
But
That's just how I feel.
compared to the, they only did what, 12,000 for
12,000 worldwide.
worldwide.
Wow.
So, it was.
Oh, I thought it
Did
was
you get a copy
12,000
as
for
well?
the States.
So yeah, well, we went and stayed. So we got up. So we decided we're gonna
This
sleep out, right?
motherfucker got
I'm
there
like,
at 4:30 in the morning.
I couldn't sleep. I'm like, oh, I think
was
we'll be
excited
fine.
too.
We'll get there like 5, whatever, and just deal with it. I couldn't sleep. Kept on waking up every hour, and I had to go to I had a Roosevelt's event Saturday night. So the bosses came in a day earlier, so I had to do a dinner last minute. Like, hey, you want to do dinner? I'm like, can't say no. So now I plan on going to bed like at 8.
Yeah.
And just sleep until like 4, get up, get a good 8 hours, be ready for the
Yeah.
next day, because I had to go to Daytona. It was going to be long. Hey, do you want to go to dinner? Shit.
I
And I
guess I'll
can't
be
say
out till
no.
11.
So now I'm out till like midnight.
Yeah.
By the time I get to Disney Springs and come back, I'm out to midnight. And then I'm trying to like, all right, I can get 4 hours of sleep. I'll still be okay. Do record store day, take a nap, be done, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't sleep. So 4 o'clock rolls around, alarm goes off. I'm like, I'm up. I'm just gonna get up and go. So I get up and go. I'm there for 4:30, 4:45 is when I text you.
You
like,
said
hey,
you
I'm on my
texted
way.
me. Yeah, and then I was awake. I was trying to sleep. I couldn't sleep a wink. Like I got 35 to 45 minutes of sleep. And then I get his text message.
We were texting back and forth till like about
Yeah.
midnight.
Yeah.
12:30. We were texting back.
I was
and
at
forth.
because
No,
I,
Because
nobody
was
got
out.
it.
He's like,
What
went
are you
to
doing now?
Sportstown.
What are you
well,
doing now?
So
What you
like,
wearing?
I was at Sportstown and they were like, "Hey, they pulled me out, made me do the fucking happy birthday thing."
Gave you a little bear with
We
the
did it.
candles on the hat.
No, they didn't do that.
What happened to the bear?
Alex, and they still
COVID
have it.
protocol.
Alex just
Yeah, they can't touch him. He's
he knew
sick.
I didn't care, so
Yeah,
but
don't
he
touch
just
the
said
bear.
he just made me go walk around front and did it. But we did a Guinness chug at midnight. It was fun. Everybody
Nice.
participated except for the bartenders because you're not supposed to drink while you work.
New sports towns.
Anyway, and then I go home and I get some badass reflex from that Guinness chug.
Oh, but then you drink the Cafe Bustelo.
I
Stay
can't-
up.
Yeah, and that's what really fucked me up because I thought I could counteract it. I only need to stay awake for a little bit.
Up, down, up, down. What are you doing?
I know.
So I drank, but I also drank a liquid vinyl
Uppers, downers,
because
downers, uppers.
I get to the Nook, and if you guys haven't been to the Nook, if you like beer, you should go to the Nook. Or Mad Dog 2020. If you like either
Ugh.
of those things, go to the Nook.
Gross.
Best bartender in Orlando, Mary. We fucking love her. And she loves craft beer and supports it, so it's awesome. Anyway,
And Mad Dog.
and Mad Dog. They make Mad Dog freezer pops there. It's a good time.
The only place I get's at the One Stop outside the Citrus Bowl, because when you
Yeah?
run out of beer and that's all they have sometimes, you
What
got to
you
go
got
to that
there?
little
Yeah.
And
shit store,
Des-
and you get every single
desperate
flavor.
try.
Every single
2020.
flavor is sitting there, so it's like, well, you kind of just have to.
Yeah, go in there and ask
see
them.
it.
Hey,
It's like,
you got
this
true
beer,
beer?
it's
One
like,
of these is
2020.
gonna jump
I have
out,
to.
you know?
I'm just gonna get fucked up before I go
Yeah.
into state, so let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So anyway, I have
Nook.
to drink the liquid vinyl, which is pretty much a hoppier Guinness.
Yeah.
It's 7% alcohol by volume. So I drink those 2 beers, and then I got like the worst case of acid reflux,
I'm start tearing you up.
dude. Which is why I went to the doctor today to try to figure this shit out because it's killing me. I got maybe 45 minutes of sleep. I met you
Did he
about
suggest the kratom?
no. I had maybe like
Was that on
you
his
showed up
list
like what,
of
5:45?
5:45 today.
Did you
and
walk
before
through
that,
a rug?
But before that, that's a scare. I've never been scared in Orlando in my entire. I've been here 17 years. It was the scariest moment of my life in Orlando.
Yeah?
Waiting for him
Yeah.
at about 4:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
5 lanes on Mills.
Yeah.
You know, not car every now and then. I thought it'd be maybe even a little bit busier.
Yeah.
I know it's 4:30 in the morning in
It's all the
Orlando,
warehouse
but you know,
guys.
but staying outside and I'm looking at my phone, bored, waiting for him. I look up and there's this dude out of nowhere shows up, reaches out his hand, and goes, "I'm sorry." And I literally time just stood still.
Sorry
and
for
I'm in
what?
my
Am
head,
I
I'm
about to
like,
get stabbed?
That's exactly. Am I gonna get stabbed?
You're sorry for what?
I'm
You
sorry.
have-
I'm
he's
sorry.
already
I'm taking all
reaching
your
for-
money.
You have to
Oh,
fulfill
oh.
your need to murder someone
Yes,
at 5
I'm
a.m.
sorry.
What
This
is about to happen
This
to
is your
me?
last
need
moment
it.
of life. Sorry, whatever.
like it?
And
I'm
so,
sorry.
so what am I gonna do? Like, I have to reach out my hand,
get it.
and he goes,
Like, if I don't shake your hand, are you going to stab me
yeah.
then?
So I'm like, then he goes, "My heavenly Father just want me to tell you I'm sorry." So then again, time
that's
stood
even
still, and
worse.
I'm like, now it's like, now you're holding my hand.
Like, now you know Jesus.
And now-
You
Are
need
are
someone to die with
Are
you?
you
What's
ready
happening?
to shoot me with your other hand? I'm telling you, it was this. I literally was like, just gut wrenched.
Yeah.
Like I've never been that scared, probably in my life, but especially in Orlando. I feel fairly safe for the most part in Orlando. I lived downtown for years,
Yeah.
and I've been drunkenly stumbling downtown till 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when something should have happened to me. Not standing outside a record store, streetlights everywhere, and cameras with the guy saying,
I'm sorry.
"Sorry," and then he just shakes my hand, stares at me for a second, turns around, takes a few steps, and just runs across the street.
runs though.
So I'm like, all right, like now, are there more people coming? What? Now I'm looking around, I'm getting back in the car, doors locked.
Yeah.
I see him again like a couple minutes later, but no hoodie on now. And I'm like, what is going on?
What have
is
you
going-
been
what-
through?
I'm like, Dustin, you better get his wilderness here.
Yeah.
Like better, like
I'm
I'm just
better to
like,
sit in my
I'm
car
gonna
and
sit
just
in my
like-
car and I'm waiting. Granted, I'm right outside, so I'm like, no one's gonna take my spot. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna sit here until he shows up. But 5:45, 5:30, he rolls in.
Yeah. I
feel a
came
little
in-
bit better with a partner.
Well, I mean,
there, you
the
know?
sun's starting to slowly kind of. There's no sun yet, but it's kind of.
I mean, I got
things
there
are
and
getting
immediately left.
things are getting seem brighter.
I walked
even though the
across
sun.
it.
But
Yeah, it's right on the corner of Mills and Virginia. So
Yeah.
I walked up to the
First
7-Eleven and
watch.
I'm like trying to figure out something to eat, and this guy was like losing his mind because he couldn't find cigarettes. All this shit. He reminded me of T.J. Miller,
Jesus.
the way he talked.
Come on,
But
cigarette.
he was like, dude, you got to get that pressed Cuban, man. I hadn't eaten anything all day the day before.
Yeah.
So he's like, you got to get that pressed Cuban, man. It's great. It's great. So I was like, fuck, all right, let me get that pressed Cuban. He's like, I'll hook it up too. I was like, just don't put any mayonnaise on it. We're fine. And he didn't, but it took him like 40 minutes.
he was
What,
gone
make it to press the
gas station
sandwich?
for a
Dude, he was
hot
so
minute.
scatterbrained, Jane. It was annoying.
That's what happens when you can't find your cigarettes.
You don't get a
Cigarettes.
lot of competent people working the graveyard shift, man.
Dude, it was that's not
I hate
even
to
like
say
the
it.
graveyard shift. That's the morning shift because as I was doing it, the nurses were coming into work. So it's like that's like their
Yeah.
busy hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And then like an hour like we were the first ones in line.
And he
by,
shows
like,
up with like two liquid or death or what's
Two
what
liquid
is it?
deaths.
Two
Yeah.
liquid deaths, and I'm like, I think he's gonna start shotgunning water because he's like
Yeah.
half miserable.
Well, I wasn't drunk or anything. I
no,
was just
you were
tired.
just miserable.
Yeah.
I was just tired.
Like just tired.
and I didn't want to drink coffee yet because I
stomach
didn't know
and-
what was going on. And then I finally did drink coffee. He went to go get coffee. Shout
I
out
went
to
to go get
fucking
coffee.
First Watch.
First watch. You know,
That's what I would think is
perfect.
first watch right over there next
Yeah.
to
Well, see, I was
us.
gonna go to. I forgot it was there. I was gonna go over to the Fresh Market, and the First Watch was there. I was like, ooh,
Fresh Market
I'm
has
gonna go
really
coffee there.
Fresh
So,
Market really does have good coffee though.
Yeah.
When
They
was
just
the
weren't
last
open
time you
yet.
walked to do a Fresh Market?
Oh, in the last few months, just get some breakfast.
Dude, they actually have like their pre-made shit is banging, and then like
Yeah.
they do like swordfish skewers, and they're a little pricey, but fuck are those things good.
I mean, I'd rather eat something expensive that's delicious than a whole lot of something that's disgusting for like $1.50.
You know, a place I was
Correct.
surprised
Like
about
a pressed
recently is
Cuban?
I went to
Yeah,
a
like a
little,
fucking pressed
like a
Cuban from a
pressed
gas
Cuban.
station.
sit down
Which is the
food
only
at
good thing to get from
Lombardi's.
7-Eleven anyway.
Lombardi's
Been
is
there, done
where?
It's the
that.
cleanest thing you can
Not
get.
terrible.
Thanks.
Exactly.
We cook
Never
the
been.
meat thoroughly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get in. We're looking at each other after like 2 or 3 hours by ourselves
By ourselves.
in front of
Like
this,
we're like getting
in
there
front
early,
of this record
Yeah.
store,
expecting to
and
be
then
a line.
finally a couple shows up,
Right.
and we're like, okay.
So we're not the only.
We're not that
maniacs.
crazy.
As long as there's other people here.
And
Yeah.
then like 12 other people showed up over the course of maybe 7 to 9
Okay.
when they opened. And they were all like, fuck, dude, that sucks. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that crazy. We
Yeah,
should
the
have
end of the
And then we
line's
started
always
to
like-
feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got in there. I spent maybe like 140. You spent
I went over
double
$200.
that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a good time though. I mean, like
It's
it
good
was.
though.
Dude, as soon as I was so dead, I was dead the whole time.
Yeah.
As soon as they opened the door, we were the first two in. They let 5 people in at a time, and I saw that DG's record there. I was like,
You were elated.
Yeah.
everything like opened up, and then I ended up buying the second Beastie Boys album when they were still a punk band.
Yeah, I got that too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Clear
yeah.
vinyl.
Oh,
I haven't
nice.
opened mine yet.
I have Open Mind, and it's awesome.
Okay.
And I bought a Pearl Jam tape, and then I bought my boss a Slightly Stupid record, which I feel really bad about now because that
he's-
guy that behind us,
Yeah.
I bought it for Charles. This motherfucker bought it so he could flip it online because
But he
already
didn't.
bought one.
He sold it to Rich.
I sold it to Rich,
So-
and I think I made a profit because he just literally handed me a
Money.
bunch of sweaty 20s, crumpled up. Every time
That
this guy
sounds like
hands me
Rich.
cash. Every time this guy hands me crap, this
like
or cash.
Rich looks like a crumpled up ball of
Yeah.
sweaty 20,
much
so
is it?
that's good.
He's like,
Doesn't have a
I can
wallet.
see him nodding.
Nah,
like,
just-
oh man, whatever.
dude, if I found like
Slightly
a gum
stupid.
wrapper and
It's
a
like
nickel
perfect.
in that wad, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised. But every
Like,
time
let
he's
me get
handing me
that wrapper
money,
back.
it's never been like a clean bill out of a wallet. This guy just fucking,
It's never crisp.
No.
It's definitely seen some traffic.
it's like Hagrid trying to find the keys in his pocket, just like snakes and
Yeah.
shit falling out.
Second Hagrid reference of the day.
Yeah, fuck it. Anyway, and then I had to go to work.
Yeah, it was.
I took maybe a 25-30 minute nap on the
Oh.
couch at
I think
work.
I got
Zombie.
40. I got home. I got maybe 45 minutes to an hour in before I had to go to Daytona. It was. I'm telling you right now, I have not recovered from
I'm still
that yet.
No, I'm still
Like sleep schedule and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Just like
I was up
was-
till like
You cannot
I
make
got maybe
sleep
3
up.
hours
No.
of sleep last night.
Nope.
Oh, bro. And we can't can it for some reason because I've been
That's it.
trying for years.
That's
Yeah.
it.
How do I can fucking sleep? And they're like, it's
Yeah.
Red Bull. It's like, that's a fucking lie. That's stolen, by the way, from an entire country.
Yeah.
Like, I stole that recipe. It was like, fuck you, I'm building an island.
Slovenia
Done.
was like, how the fuck did I get out?
Ruined.
All right, I have to change the subject. for you two dickheads because you guys watch sports. J.J. Watt
Yeah.
What?
just tweeted this out. Didn't know a single thing about F1 besides F1 racing besides Lewis Hamilton like a month ago. Now I'm just wondering which is greater, Christian Horner's love for Max Verstappen or his hate for Total Wolff. Also, I'm deep down a rabbit hole in the 2022 car and the downforce implications. I'm telling you right now, Drive to Survive on Netflix will have your life and Sundays way more exciting than they already are.
We're talking about go-kart racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open wheel go-karts.
Open wheel
go-karts.
go-karts that go over 230 miles an hour.
Or a reality show
Yeah.
about boats
getting
that
yelled
race
at.
and serve food.
Anybody working around this motherfucker?
Yeah,
Is there any beer filter?
Where'd you get a new juice?
I got new juice.
This is cashew milk. I'm off the juice onto the milk.
I'm on to that. I'm drinking
That hurts my penis. You said cashews and my
They're
dick was
not
like,
whole
cashew
cashews
milk?
in the
I
milk.
know, I know.
They're
it
not
chunky?
popping out like kidney stones.
Is
No.
it chunky?
They put themselves back together.
Yeah, man.
Is it that yellow chunky milk?
This is
Hand
sort
me
of
that.
like a sour
Hand me
milkshake
that.
IPA. You need to go? You need to go?
Oh,
just a little bit. Just a little
I
bit.
can just,
No.
think, all I think about is
Oh,
this.
it's thick.
Does that taste like
I just
something
think
that
about
came
the
in
Office
pink can last
episode.
week?
Close.
And
It
then
smells like horchata.
Put a little bit of that fucking.
It does taste like rum chata.
Put a little
But
bit.
without the booze.
Put some of that
Terrible.
Smog City in it.
Oh yeah, do
Yeah,
that.
rinse that glass
Cream that
out with
out.
that.
Rinse that out with that
It tastes
Smog
like a
City.
thicker, like when you eat
Do it.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Yeah, it's like the ice cream.
and you
at
got the
end.
bowl.
Sounds
It's
not
not
chunky.
terrible. I could drink, like, if I had to drink it, I would.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
to
try it
because
out.
he can't eat
What?
anything else.
With the some
This,
beer.
this is drink.
Oh, here.
It's drink.
No,
Green
this one.
drink.
Put some in here.
His
You like coffee?
Oh.
his equation is I can go 3 days of juices to have 3 days of burgers. I think it is how it
One
equals
for
out,
one.
right?
One for one.
Right? I mean, it's
I'm going to DC on Thursday morning, so always before we leave the go, we cleanse so we
Yeah.
can eat
That's it.
absolutely
Yeah,
fucking
whatever.
Yep.
I-
Eat like an animal for those 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, I want if it doesn't come out of a fucking fryer,
It's not
No,
for me.
I-
It's not for me. Sorry, it's just not
Fuck
for me.
it.
you know, it's called yang and yang.
Yeah.
Balance, baby.
Fuck it.
chunky
Life
milk.
needs balance.
It's not bad.
It's not?
I could drink a.
It
I could
just
drink a bottle.
all I can think about is the Office episode where Andy comes back and Kevin's like,
Have those raisins.
"Oh, that means no more sour chunky milk." And he's been drinking that for 3 months, drinking that old milk and the sour lemony chunky milk.
That's gross.
God.
Anyway, you guys got to start watching Formula One. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I don't know.
I might be able to do that.
We could put an episode on here one day and
Yeah,
just
if it
watch
keeps
all
coming on
together.
so early, that's
But-
the only thing.
Well, you
just
could
have
watch
to,
it
like,
back
no
track.
spoilers,
Everybody wants to
you know?
complain about how baseball's so long. Oh, it's 3-4 hours a game. You have to sit there and watch 12 hours of Formula One racing.
No,
to watch
you
an event,
don't.
right? Isn't it like
No.
or 24-hour
There's
races?
one
Isn't that it?
24-hour
Like
race.
24
Yeah.
hours.
No.
You got to
Okay.
sit there for
You're
a whole
That's not
day.
even. That's not even a.
You can't even
legitimate
sit-
race.
Time out.
you
It's a
know.
GT race.
Time out. You're thinking World Endurance Championship, and then there's Formula
It's go
One.
karts, right? It's all
No.
go karts.
Yeah.
World Endurance
Yep, all of it.
Championship
He's getting
is
so
like
mad.
production cars, and then LMP 1 and 2. So
But they
no,
max out at like 70, like Andretti, right?
no,
Is it just the convertibles they're driving now, or are they doing
no
other
convertibles.
cars?
You guys are trying to hurt my feelings. It's not working.
Do they even have
We'll
to
get
wear
there.
helmets?
Don't worry, we'll get there.
100%.
If Formula One goes off road, I may be interested.
Formula One is an hour, maybe 2, long.
Till the
Long
race
as-
gets going?
No, like
It's a big difference.
till the
between the first
from start to finish.
But they drive in circles also, right?
No, well, technically yes. Left and right hand turns.
Well, right-hand turns so also.
Left and right hand
one.
Okay.
How big are the rights?
depends.
Huh?
Is there any hairpins?
Some are tight.
Very much so.
Some are loose. Drinking this.
Very much so.
Back in the Kirkland.
I just showed him a video. Driver did 51 G's into a wall.
Now I kind of feel like we can open that and rebottle that.
I told you, dude, you can't find it right now, but $21, dude.
I found it. Look
It's
at it. Looking right at it.
It's pretty smooth.
Didn't
It's
seem
here
like
in
didn't
front
seem
of
like
me.
a hard find.
I also have a batch of oh man, I can't remember the name of it, but I got this for my birthday. I paid for it,
Right.
but he just brought it to me on my birthday, which is nice.
Almost just tastes like an old-fashioned in a bottle.
Dude,
Like
but
it's
this,
all
That's
smooth,
that's
a little
that small
sweetness,
batch
and that
stuff.
Small,
If you
it-
find
That's
a
small
you know what I
batch.
mean?
It's
It
good.
tastes like an
Yeah.
old-fashioned.
1792 is like the best whiskey to do an old fashioned with, except for, in my personal opinion, the what's the one I always do? Basil Hayden Dark Rye Old Fashioned.
You only need to add bitters to this somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like, if you just added
Yeah.
bitters to this, that's it. I wouldn't even. You wouldn't need to add anything else. It almost already has enough
Just
sweetness
a little
and
bit of
everything.
Ango and stir it up.
Yeah.
Just to
Just
chill it a
wipe the
little bit.
sweat off
Yeah.
your brow, rub the rim of the
Yeah.
glass,
I think so.
and put whiskey in there, and that's a fucking Manhattan.
It's good. I like it. I'm happy that I got it too.
Yeah.
You can't find it anywhere. They have the master distiller
Wait, can you
version.
find this anywhere?
Costco.
If
you
they
can.
have, I don't know.
If
Pull
you
up. I need you to search something for me.
We're in a low screen.
Let's
What
do
are
the
we
little
looking at
screen.
first?
Well, now I can do that. Now I feel like a dickhead for making you do it.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't doing it.
All right.
Well,
see
we
if
can
I
do it. All right, what do you want to watch?
Nothing. It's not watching
You wanna watch
anything.
Formula One?
We can if you want.
What do you need to know?
No, I'm trying to pull up the.
All right.
I had a Forbes article on
the
why
Forbes?
you should be drinking this. Forbes, because they have more than one, and I want to get my hands on the Master Distiller's single barrel from Barton. It's all Barton's that makes this.
Yeah, it literally says Barton's on the back of the
Yeah,
bottle.
and the Master Barrel, I'm assuming, is like their number
Forbes,
one.
Barton,
Yeah.
Controversy.
No, Forbes Kirkland whiskey. Forbes Kirkland whiskey. You don't have to do it. I got it right here.
Well, I want to see.
Oh, now.
It went
So why are
this
you
far.
making him do it?
Well, I thought we were
He's
gonna.
like, the screen's prettier.
Listen, guys, I'm having a rough go of it. Okay.
Yeah, you're, a little, you're, shy,
What do
you're
you mean?
short
You
on
say you're
blood.
drinking good whiskey. You got a brand new shirt today.
I did.
Like,
Shout out
yeah.
to Roosevelt. Shout out to my man Dustin here
Why you should buy Costco's
for getting me a Shohei Ohtani Showtime button-up that I will actually wear.
There you go.
So here's your biggity
Showtime.
biggity blends.
He got 35 jacks. This
He
35th
did.
one
He
last
just hit
night.
35 last night.
Did you see it?
No, I was
It
watching
made
the
it all
Cardinals
the way to
game.
concession stand almost.
That's insane.
In Minnesota, which isn't like, that hard, I guess. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, let's.
Still impressive.
So like Kirkland, but like Bobby was just talking about, he's known for years that Kirkland brand vodka is just Grey Goose.
Yeah, it's just the goose.
So it's like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it makes sense. Like, why would Grey Goose and why would Barton's do that? But they sell like 5 point something million,
Yeah, they just sell more.
$1 billion worth of
Well, they're
liquor
bulk buyers.
annually.
Well, I think
well,
it
not
was
only that,
also
but they're
bulk buyer.
they're in several countries.
Well, I think it was just like we were talking about with Weller's. How Weller's is literally Pappy Van Winkle that's just not up to standards.
Speaking of
so
that-
they have to sell it somewhere because they're not just gonna fucking it's no good and dump it down the fucking storm drain. Like,
Right.
That's what
Weller's,
this is
we got
yeah,
some
like,
Weller and Willett barrels coming in.
by the
brewery.
Barton Master Distillers. So if it doesn't go to Barton's to be charged fucking
Right.
$50 an ounce, then
It's
it goes to
rated really high. Can you find the rating for this?
Maybe.
92.
I mean, Forbes did an article.
It's
on it,
92%, 92
Yeah.
proof.
What do they call this thing? Kirkland's what?
Kirkland's. This is a
Small
small batch,
batch.
master distiller.
Kentucky, yeah.
Kirkland's small batch burb.
Burb.
Kentucky straight
Burb.
bourbon whiskey.
I just want to find out the rating.
Let's go shopping.
Which one? The San Francisco rating? The.
It's
I have no fucking
it's
idea.
unrated. Probably on purpose because they don't want to.
Well, I bet you. Well, Costco's not
No,
taking
no,
their.
not on customer reviews.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
you're
about
talking about like the San
the whiskey,
Francisco
yeah.
competition, like those things. I highly doubt that Kirkland's taking their whiskey to those competitions and get
You wanna
rated.
bet?
I doubt
They
there's-
do
just-
though sometimes.
do they?
I was going to say
Kirkland would?
they've won
I-
best
I
in
know
a few
the
different
vodka
categories.
has done it a few times.
Does it say it
They
on
put their
there?
vodka
The more
in
you
there,
know.
Yeah.
They just say
You know?
Jim Beam makes it. Small batch bourbon bottle at 103 proof, 51 B.
Not that one.
This one's 92 proof.
We're back to just a bunch of reviews. I honestly don't. When was that bottle?
Huh?
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably haven't gotten around to it yet. To be honest with you. 2 weeks ago, new Costco bourbon signature. Kirkland's 1972 a month ago.
That's it.
Kirkland small batch.
Yeah,
Tom's and Tom's.
that's it.
Review of the bourbon for $20. I just reviewed it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
For $20, I feel like I'm stealing it. Can I just steal it?
Enjoyably smooth with its notes of oak and rye spice, accented by vanilla and caramel.
But like you guys can agree, this is a pretty fucking good bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $21,
Saying it's
Yeah.
great.
it's a full liter. Like this shit's gonna.
I'm saying.
Well, unfortunately, I also 6 months out of the year live with a one-legged veteran of our American military, so
I
he'll
thought
probably
that was
have
a
that
slur
gone in
against
the
your
day.
wife.
Yeah, he'll take care of that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and try that. What do you mean they didn't review it? Give me that.
Dude, he drank all of my Eagle Rare, the fucking
Oh, the stuff
hard
that was sitting up
the
there?
Hard Rock Hotel one. You
Talking
had some
about-
of it.
Yeah, I had some of it until I saw it was on Pappygate, and I almost threw up.
Pappygate?
You don't know Pappygate?
No.
Oh, I got some homework for you, and then we get to talk about Pappygate.
Yeah.
Is it what?
It's one of the greatest whiskey heists that happened in our generation.
And it had something to do with that.
It had Pappy was on it, Eagle Rare was in it. Some guys went. It's on Netflix, so it's a show called Heist. In this show called Heist, they go
Oh, don't
over-
ruin. I'm gonna leave right now because
Go, get out of here.
I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
it's
anything
already
about it.
going- it's
'cause
going around the shop. Everyone's-
I have to. I want to watch the whole thing myself.
Is
Everyone's
it the
supposed
whole
to watch
show
it.
is about it, or just one
There's
It's
episode?
all different
There's
things.
three
We started
different
talking about
heists.
last week. Yeah, it's all different heists. I don't want
Great.
to hear anything about
There's
it.
3 heists.
Okay.
There's 3 heists, and they're 2 episodes apiece.
I'm in.
They're fantastic heists. I can't explain to you how great they are. So one of them is about Pappygate. Pappygate was the problem that Buffalo Trace had when a bunch of Pappy bottles went disappearing, and then all of a sudden, Pappy Van Winkle 20 or 12 year was going for like $4,000 a bottle.
Oh, because
It's hardest to find fucking
supply
whiskey on the
shortage
planet.
was slow,
Yeah,
and the
it's
people that stole it are charging outrageous prices
Yeah,
for
well,
it.
Yeah, you know how it is. You take a bottle of beer or whatever from the brewery every time you work there, and it's kind of one of the you know.
Before you know it, you have
it's cool.
over 100 bottles of beer at home.
These
that
guys are taking cases home because they
that
work
are-
at Buffalo Trace and Jim Beam. They work at distilleries that break more than you can drink in a year.
Yeah, if
know?
if you make 1,000 cases and 2 cases of breakage is acceptable,
Yeah, and this is
you
the-
get a run that comes out with no broken cases. You're like, hey,
Yeah, and
Jimmy,
this is like the
Timmy,
mix. This is like
each
in the
take a
middle of
case.
the 2000s. So the problem with the 2000s is either your company is completely integrated into digital software where you don't lose a thing,
yeah,
or you're still doing it on paper.
Yeah.
Which a lot of these guys are just so old school that it was like, well, it's fucking working.
and then you don't realize you've been robbed until 8-9 months later.
Well, they found out, and then it got to a point where there were so many people stealing so many different things that people were getting arrested for shit that they didn't even steal, but they were stealing, so they assumed that they took that too. Like, it's whiskey. If you take one, you took them all, right?
Yeah,
You're like,
that's
oh my god, they were taking barrels, whiskey barrels, $20,000 worth of whiskey out of the back of a brewery. They weren't being bold.
Wow.
It was just good Kentucky boys.
Yeah.
Like, that's our shit. Of course we did it. That's
Can't
my
even
water.
drink where they live.
Yeah.
Can't buy.
Can't
booze
even
where
drink it
they
there.
live.
Of course they drink it there. But they weren't drinking it there. But then they roll that shit in the back of a truck and they put it on another truck and some guy gives them $4,000 and it's gone.
Yeah.
That guy probably charged someone $10,000 and some other guy probably sold that to somebody here in Florida for
Half and half
$12,000.
for, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything. I make a $2,000 phone call. Of course, it's in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So, watch it. It's a beautiful story. It's
I'm in.
beautiful.
You just love it because somebody
I love.
had a good idea
I
and made a
love
shit
good-
ton of money
I
off
love
of
a good
it.
idea.
It's
I
like
love
that
when it
food
doesn't
boat
work.
idea that I had.
Which one?
You mean the one that I had?
Food boat.
You mean the one that I had?
No.
Dude, we got video evidence of me coming up with that idea.
Like
right
poor
here.
man's copyright.
Let
Woo!
me get me texty
Where's this,
messages.
where's this text? Where's that text?
Doesn't work
Oh.
on text message. Text messages don't hold
Text
up in
messages
court.
fraud.
Oh, I'm sorry. iMessages do. Yeah.
Shit.
No, they don't.
I record-
End-to-end encryption.
And then I recorded
Yeah,
this
buddy.
FaceTime where I drew it for you.
Anyway,
Oh fuck!
that's our home. So I will. I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, everyone's got homework.
But you
Heist.
got to. You guys
You only
got
gotta
to
watch. I mean, you can watch
Yeah.
the first one. The first one's the best heist. It's got to do with an armored truck. The second one also has
Dude,
to
have
do
you
with an
guys
armored
seen
truck.
this armored truck, like a robbery attempt in South Africa?
Not the attempt. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, it's like one of the craziest videos you'll ever watch.
Oh, when the guy was driving, they got shot at.
There's like a white and a black
It's two
guy,
guys.
and yeah.
The armored guy and the
I
guy
think
who
it's a
drove
white and a
off.
black guy.
He's
in
like,
the
"Get your
front."
gun! Get your gun!"
Yeah, he just gassed it and then they hit a ditch or something.
Came out, started firing back.
Yeah.
fuck
It
him.
was nuts. Anyway, well, I think this is a good show.
Yeah,
was
I had
great.
fun. Everybody all right? Everyone slightly sober?
I'm
No.
doing pretty well
Yeah.
considering.
Great.
Drew's trying to drink his sorrows down, thinking about
Yeah.
legal action.
I know,
How do
I
I
love
how do I
this.
get this boat in action before they sail ship on a shitty reality show?
I think my buddy Curtis has an old pontoon boat. I can steal
My
it.
brother,
Yeah.
my brother has an old pontoon boat. I just talked to him.
Listen, all we need is a loaf
Cassie's
of bread,
got a lot
a
of
bottle of
problems.
mayonnaise, some American cheese, and a turkey slice.
Least of them is an old pontoon boat.
Let's take that one off his hands.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, more importantly, I think everybody can learn something from
Old Kirkland.
old Kirkland's.
Yeah.
And what we learned
If you
is
sell enough of it, they'll let you sell it
they'll
for
let
cheaper.
you
If
you
you
buy it
build
for
it.
nothing.
Yeah.
They
You know what?
will buy it.
I'll even put good money on it. That they didn't even buy that up front. They just took it off their hands and were like, "We'll give you the money when it comes back." And you're
Yeah.
like, "Of course you
They
will."
sell
You're
Yeah.
Kirkland's.
$5 billion worth of alcohol.
That's an
global.
absurd number.
Kirkland?
Costco sells
Yeah.
$5 billion worth of
Yeah.
liquor. I don't know if that encompassed beer.
I'm sure it has some.
But
no, I don't know.
globally?
Liquor and beer are usually two different licenses.
Yeah,
so
no,
probably
it's-
scale different.
Well, in America,
yeah.
state to state is
Costco's-
different too.
Isn't Costco mainly American?
Mm-mm.
Really?
It's all over the UK.
Yeah, they're out there competing with their little wholesale block brands.
There's
now.
no
Safeway
little
and-
like literally Costco's the biggest one.
It's the shit. Look at it.
Costco in other countries, Costco and IKEA are like where everyone goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's it. There's no
Yeah.
like they grocery stores are maybe about a quarter of the size, or like 3/4 the size they are here. They're nowhere near as big as these big ass
Like our
Publixes and
Publix, yeah, they
Walmarts
don't
and
touch
shit.
that.
They don't have a lot of those. Like they do have some that are
They're
big, but not a
convenience
lot.
markets. That's saying they're like
Yeah,
you can walk around it and come back out the other end.
yeah. It's pretty. That's what I love about some other countries is like highly efficient.
Yeah.
Like let's
You know
put
what
the
we have in
dishwasher
here?
next to the clothes washer.
Yeah. Why? 'Cause they're washing, aren't
Ready
they?
for this? Ready for this?
Aren't they
let's
cleaning
make
shit up?
Let's make the clothes washer also the clothes dryer,
That's great. You know what they need?
and it's in your kitchen.
I love European refrigerators.
Oh my God,
Because
that's
they're thin, they're little, and they only have enough in there for 3 days worth of food. After that, go get clean food, you idiot.
all
Stop
you
eating that
need.
old shit. Don't put all those fucking leftovers in there. Just go get new food.
It's true.
We need to do a European trip. Bartender's Ball, take over Europe
Oof.
We could do that.
and England.
Bartender's Ball.
Record on some trains,
Dipping them in Europe.
dipping them and tipping them,
Uh,
breaking standards.
All right. Maybe we go to Kirkland's and do a little bottle buy next week.
I say if one of you guys can pick one up, I didn't see if they have a tequila and what it is.
I'm sure they do.
I love tequila.
It's got to be another rebranded one, just like
I don't. I just.
you know?
I don't think that matters though. Tequila doesn't matter. People are crazy about bourbon. Bourbon is a forever find.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I don't think anyone. I think a good 60% of the people that buy this bottle don't know
They're just
where
drinking
it
it.
comes from. They
No,
just
they
know.
said Kirkland's
hey,
$20.
One day I went to Kirkland, and rather than the regular bourbon, I got the small batch, and it's actually really good.
But they didn't go to
And they have
Kirkland. They
no
went
idea.
to Costco.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
I wanted to
They
buy
don't know what they're
some
buying.
liquor from
I
Kirkland.
love it.
You know the brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand what you're saying. It's Costco brand.
It's Kirkland brand from Costco.
Kirkland is Costco. It's like great value.
Kirkland's.
Goodness gracious.
Kirkland sells everything at
Squares
Costco,
and
which they
rectangles.
also
My
own.
God.
And apparently they own.
Every rectangle's a square.
Yeah, if your grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Depending on how many wheels she has.
Nah.
What does she have for? Is she still a bike?
Yeah.
No, she's a cart.
Because I'd ride it. Oh.